Good morning, class. In the previous video, we started the chapter Urbanization, and we learnt about the term urbanization. Then we learnt about the causes of urbanization. Then the growth of industries and better infrastructure. Now, in this video today, we are going to learn about the impact of urbanization. Now, impact of urbanization, when we are talking about, we will talk about the positive and negative impacts also. So, before we go to impact of urbanization, let us quickly go through better infrastructure over here. Cities have better infrastructure facilities such as transport and communication. Cities are well connected with the nearby regions as well, thereby providing easy mobility, that is conveyance. Communication facilities such as postal services and better telephone networks, among others, are easily available in cities or urban regions. In the development of an urban region, transport and communication play an important role. These facilities attract people from rural to urban regions. So when we are talking about connectivity, we have bridges, flyovers, underpasses. We have metros, a good network of rail transport, intercity trains also when we talk about cities like Delhi and the NCR region, and we talk about Mumbai. So when we talk about Delhi and Mumbai, they have good rail network with the cities nearby. Then when we talk about Kolkata, we have a very good tram services over there. And most of the major cities are now gearing up to opening up metro lines also. And when we talk about Delhi, especially Delhi and Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore now, and then Hyderabad, they also have come up with good metro facilities running from one end of the city to the other. Now, impact of urbanization. Impact of urbanization is visible on many aspects of the urban life. Once the process of urbanization begins, it is irreversible. You cannot reverse it. But the process as a whole is an important part of the human development. If we are looking for development, then we will embrace this process. The process of urbanization brings consequences with it, results. There will be some after effects also. The growth of urban centers involves both negative and positive effects. Now first let us look at the positive impact. Some of the positive impacts are listed below. Migration of people from rural to urban regions. When people move from rural to urban regions, the pressure on agriculture sector decreases and the availability of labor increases in the urban areas. Large numbers of people are required in construction sector. The gap is filled by those migrating from the rural region. Even factories where semi-skilled workers can be absorbed, there also the laborers from village areas are useful, as with a minimum practice or training, they can be absorbed in those particular industries. Now, increase in employment opportunities. Those migrating from rural regions are able to find all sorts of work according to their qualifications. Urban regions have employment opportunities in industrial, manufacturing and service sectors. Those coming from rural regions can be absorbed in the mentioned industries. Not just these, many. Now, standard of living improves. Third positive impact is, as the income increases, the standard of living also increases. High income is directly related to the ability to spend more. If you have more, then you will be able to spend more on your needs. We are not talking about luxuries here. We are talking about our needs. Goods and services are easily available in the urban regions. The potential to earn increases due to the availability of better employment opportunities. All those Sophian girls who come from bigger cities, then they will realize that what we are talking about is true. Because in Mount, only a selected goods are available. Whereas if you go to a bigger city, a metro, or even a town, then things and goods are easily available. Now, access to education and healthcare services. Definitely, children studying in a school, big school in city, even a small school in a big city, will have more exposure to the changes taking place in the world than their counterparts in villages. Now, urban regions have educational institutions such as schools, colleges, and universities. And it's just not one kind of education. You have different boards in cities, you have different vocations which are being offered in colleges and universities. The presence of these institutions helps the young population achieve desirable levels of education. Urban regions have more numbers of hospitals and healthcare centers. Availability of educational and healthcare facilities results into increased level of literacy and increased life expectancy. So, here, as rules are strict about the children not being employed in any kind of factories or industries in cities, I'm talking about, then they go to government schools. So literacy rate also rises, though this does not stand true. Often you will read in the news that children were found working, children below 14 years of age were found working in different factories, and the factory or industry has been sealed and the owner is on the run. Now connectivity improves. Urban regions have better transport and communication facilities, as a result of which connectivity improves. The cities are better connected with the outside regions as well as the areas within the city. So this is what we talked about in better infrastructure. Now better connectivity is required the most during the time of emergencies, when you have to be in a if you need to go to a hospital, and if you are living in a remote village and even the road is kacha road over there, it is not pakka and there is no means of conveyance, then you lose precious time in taking care of your loved one. Whereas in cities, you can easily find any kind of private or public conveyance. Now let us see the negative impact. First is overpopulation. In urban regions, as large influx. Now influx is children arrival or inward flow of things. It can be people, money, goods. Takes place. The population increases tremendously. There's a large increase in population because too many people from rural areas are coming and living in the cities. Due to this, the problem of housing also arises in the cities. Now if you have been to the big cities in any part of India or the world, then children, you will realize, you will find people sleeping on footpaths, under flyovers and bridges. So what is that? Problem of housing. All these people, though they can find some or the other kind of work, but as the work does not pay that much, and maybe people are not willing to provide shelter to them, you will find people often sleeping on the footpaths. Now, security of land or lack of living space. Again, the same thing. Urban regions mainly have limited land. With increase in population, the demand of land also increases. This results into large number of people living in small space, creating a situation of congestion. Now, all those who are following the news and following the COVID-19 virus and its spread, you will realize that the migrant laborers right now, today is 8th of May, and right now the situation is very dreadful where migrant laborers are concerned. Recently, there was an incident where a goods train ran over few migrants who were sleeping on the railway tracks. Now, these people, they do not have enough space where to live, or those who were living in cities, then they are living in small rooms, and in one room you will find 10 to 12 people living together. So that also gives rise to spread of contagious or infectious diseases. Now, this results into larger number of people living in small space, creating a situation of congestion. What is congestion? To concentrate in a small or narrow space. Now, let us come to development of slums. You know what slums are all about. The cost of living in the urban regions is high as compared to the rural regions. Now see, things are much cheaper in Mount Abu, then they are in Udaipur or Jaipur or Ahmedabad or any other big city. Hence, people are not able to afford a decent place of living. Most of their saving or earning goes in buying things of necessity. These people are mostly those who have migrated from the rural regions and work as daily wage laborers. So, daily wage means they will be paid only the day they work, and their work also depends on whether the work is available for them or not. The land in the urban areas is not enough to house everyone migrating to the cities. Again, the same thing, you will find people sleeping here and there. Now, therefore, people start living in poorly built houses and colonies without basic facilities of water and sanitation. So, when we are talking about slums, so this is the major situation over there, problem over there, children, where they lack basic facilities of water and sanitation, which gives rise to, again, communicable diseases. This results, there is no hygiene over there. Now, this results into development of slums or housing of substandard quality. So, slums can be termed as housing of substandard quality. Now, over here, they have talked about the largest slum in India, which is located in Dharvi, Mumbai. How many people are there? 8 million people living there. Now, if you have heard about that movie called Slumdog Millionaire, so this was not just that particular movie. The protagonist or the main character of the movie, both the boy and the girl and the other children, they are said to be living in Dharvi. Now, competition for jobs or unemployment. We'll quickly do this. The situation of employment arises due to the less number of jobs as compared to the number of people willing to work. So this is what I talked about, the daily wage laborers finding job each and every day. Now, deforestation, large number of trees are cut to provide land for housing and other urban activities like setting up of industry. So this is another negative impact. Pollution. Due to the industries and vehicles, the air pollution increases in the urban regions as waste is disposed in the water bodies. This leads to water pollution. Dumping of waste anywhere in the city also causes land pollution. Now, children, when we are talking about the air pollution, if you go to bigger cities, especially people in Delhi and bigger cities like Delhi are very happy these days because there is hardly any movement of vehicles on the road. So people are now able to look at the blue sky. Otherwise, the sky was always grey. Water pollution. Again, often you will find the National Green Tribunal suing somebody or the other for some factory or industry for polluting the water and the land around it. Now, I will end the video now as it has become 13 minutes, and more than that it will become difficult for you to download and for me to upload also, children. So I want you to go through the positive and negative impacts of urbanization, and in the next class we will learn about water and sanitation issues. The chapter is not difficult, you just need to concentrate when you are reading and give it a thorough reading. Thank you.